Yeah, and us using it every day, week.
Every week.
For more years.
So many years.
Years and years.
Years and years. Oh, we've been doing this forever. We're pros. How many hours do you think we've been here talking in front of these stupid fucking microphones?
I guess if we did the math. For
At least 50 hours.
More, right?
Well, the first couple we did like hour and a halves, right?
Right. So if you figure the first 20, that's 30 hours already.
I think it was more than that, yeah.
So we're probably about 75 hours of this.
It's a lot of bullshitting.
So that means we have 9,925 more hours to go. So we got our 10,000 hours. And we become an expert.
Let me ask you something. What's the difference between a baptism and a christening? Is there anything different?
I think, personally, christening is Catholic only, right?
Okay.
They absolute the first sin, right? They take the first sin away from the kids. Where baptism, you can get that anywhere.
Okay.
You can, the evangelicals and stuff, they throw you in the river and they dunk you.
Right, they could do that quick check.
Probably.
Just break open a bag of ice and rub it on your head.
Yeah, I think you'd probably get a couple Deer Parks or something. Spill it on you.
Yeah, there you
I guess you got to bless the water, right?
Sure.
Because you ever see when they do that adult baptisms in rivers and stuff like that?
Sure.
Right, just gemstones when they're dunking everybody in that big fountain. Or the wave pool.
The wave pool. Yeah, first episode.
And all of a sudden,
yeah.
It's a weird thing, right?
How come they don't call it Christening?
Maybe that's Christening.
Christening.
Christening. Maybe it's a guy
I know that guy. I grew up with it. Christening.
Maybe because they...
He was a good guy. He was into tennis.
But was it always a christening? When did it start? I don't know that much about the religion.
Had to stop way back with... start with John the Baptist, I would think, right?
Yeah, I guess. Makes sense. I started thinking John the Fisherman by Primus, but...
No, probably before that.
Same thing.
Yeah. There was water involved somehow.
Right. And there was fish. There was always fish.
There was always fish.
Because that's all they ate.
Yeah.
That's all they ate, fish and wine.
How did they eat fish? What water was there?
The river. Right? Jordan?
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. And the sea, right? Was that the
Red Sea?
That's what's out there, right? The Red Sea and the not the Black Sea, that's Russia.
I thought the Red Sea was like really high salt content, though. Maybe it doesn't matter to fish. They're saltwater fish.
Right.
Maybe I should shut up now. All right.
No, you're doing fine. Keep going.
I'm working it all out as I go along.
Yeah. It's like the red string, but in your brain.
I'm like, I got a bunch of Lego pieces, and I'm trying to build something. I don't know what I'm building. I'm just starting.
It doesn't feel like a bad life, right? Some wine, some fish, a couple breads.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, you got to dodge the tax man.
You're making a fish sandwich, and you're having some wine to knock it back.
And just kind of dodging the tax man.
Do you think they did red or white?
Red, right?
You think?
I don't think that happened.
Manischewitz is all red, right?
I think everything was red. Probably more purple, right? Did you ever have church wine?
Do you think Manischewitz started back then?
It had to. Maybe it was under a different name. Did you ever?
Maybe they said established 400 BK before killing.
Before starting over.
Before killing Christ.
Did you ever have church wine?
Yes.
It's gross.
Yeah.
Raw wine. It's hooch.
No bueno.
It's like, what do you call that? Prison wine.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
It's just right out of the bowl.
Whew, bad.
Yeah.
I mean, so you had fish, you had some wine.
So's the wafer. The wafer's crap.
Yeah, it's like...
No salt on that, baby. Just give me a Ritz.
It's unleavened.
Okay.
Well, I mean, that's matzah, right? Matzah's unleavened.
Can't put some salt on it?
You could. What if you did that? Body of Christ, you're like... Sorry.
Put some peanut butter on it?
Yeah, or something like, a little schmear.
Yeah. Get that, what's that tube? It's the peanut butter and the jelly together. Just
Goober grape?
Squeeze it right
on.
on.
Get the cheese whiz.
Not bad.
You stand right next to the guy. He's like body of Christ, like cheese.
I think I'd want two though, so I can make sandwich.
Cheese of Christ, cheese of Nazareth.
Jesus.
Great shop, right? Cheeses of Nazareth.
Yeah. You'd have to do it in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, though.
Right.
Is there a Nazareth, Pennsylvania?
Yes.
There's not one in Jersey.
I don't think so.
I'm going to look while we think of the next thing. I feel like there is one.
Well, I'm thinking. We're always thinking. So,
What happened?
do you think it helps? I mean, we don't know what helps until we're dead, right? If the christening thing helps.
Oh, you mean, yeah, I don't know.
Getting absolved of the original sin?
Well, that's the part that makes it hard for people to just blindly believe, right?
But that's the thing,
Because you
right?
don't know if it's real. Nazareth.
PA.
There is a Nazareth, PA.
Nazareth, PA.
La 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 la. 2 hours away from here.
Hour and a half.
Allentown. Easton.
Yeah, but I guess you have to take that faith, right? It's hard because, right, technically it's indoctrination, right? When you're a child, you don't know any better.
Sure.
You're indoctrinated.
Right. But
So-
just like everything else.
Right. Baseball, history, anything.
You know.
Until you get the thing for
Somebody's
yourself.
like, you know, as soon as they put a dish in the sink, they wash it. That becomes you,
Right.
right? So you become a teenager, and then you're like, I don't want to do that shit.
Right, so you start to think for yourself.
Right.
I mean, it's the same thing with religion, right? My mom's premise was you're going to church until you get your confirmation, then you decide.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
And the confirmation means what?
That's when you do that. You're confirmed. You're an adult in the eyes of the church, like a bar mitzvah. But
Oh, is that when they start fucking the kids?
probably a little earlier.
A little
Probably
earlier?
communion. I would think first communion.
First communion.
Because they get them alone and they start to groom
and you
them.
got to commune with the priest.
Well, you have to talk about all your sins and all that. I think that's when they start grooming.
Right, he's like, whisper that one.
Say it slower.
Say it again.
That was the joke. Yeah.
Say it again.
There was some joke the guy told me the other day at golfing. He said that kid went into confessional
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "What's your sins?" He's like, "Oh, I had some sex or something with a girl."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Tell me her name." And the kid goes, "I can't tell you her name." And he goes, "Was it Mary Smith?" "No, I can't tell you, Father." And Joanne so-and-so. He's like, "No, I'm not going to say anything." He's like, "Come on, it's Adrian." She's like, "No." He's like, "All right, well, whatever. 5 Hail Marys and, you're done." He comes out of the booth and the kid's like, "Well," because I got 5 Hail Marys and 3 good leads.
Nice.
Yeah. Catholic humor. Hey.
Very nice.
Yeah, and I mean, then that's when the church starts playing the shell game. Once they start touching the kids and they start moving them around.
The kids or the priest?
The priests.
Oh, yeah.
They just start shelling them out. Well, we'll move you here, we'll move you there.
Yeah.
I mean,
We'll cover for you. We got this. Don't worry about it. We've been doing this for years.
I think it's only the kids that are deep in. They become altar boys.
Oh, they're deep in.
Somebody is.
Yeah.
When they're the kids who help at the church. The parents help at the church.
Sure.
They're altar boys. They go to the Catholic school.
Yeah. Well, you're there.
Right. Easy pickings. Because you're taught to believe. You're taught he's an authority figure.
Right.
And then that stuff happens, and that's what turns people off.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has its place. I think religion works for some.
Look, I don't have a problem with people having faith, but I don't like anybody who uses a position of power to manipulate other people. It's kind of
Right.
shitty,
Right.
especially when you're supposed to be doing it in the name of God.
Well,
Crappy.
yeah. Well, they're not supposed to editorialize, right? Like the news. They're supposed to just give us the news.
Yeah.
The priest is supposed to read you the Bible and give you maybe he'll give you an interpretation of what he thinks was, Deuteronomy or whatever.
Right.
Whatever that is. Theology. Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
Theology, whatever it is. They discuss the findings and he gives his synopsis of what he believes that scripture was for the day.
Right.
That's all well and good. It's when they start to editorialize life where it becomes thing.
Mm-hmm.
I always found it odd that when you get married in the church, we got married in the church, you have to go to classes, pre-Cana classes, which are now at least taught by associates of the church who are married and stuff, but priests used to teach that class. How's the priest going to teach you about marriage, right?
Right.
When he's supposed to be non-married.
Sure.
But I don't know if that's right? Why can't you be married? I never understood that. And you're supposed to give your full self to God, right? Carnal desires and needs, everything be damned.
No, I get that. But good luck.
Right.
Good luck.
You think to maybe keep a lot of them keeping their hands off children?
That would be nice. You know what the problem is? They have an out, right? All
Mhm.
you have to do is go in confessional and swipe away.
You don't even have to. You could right to the end. 2 minutes before game time, you can be like, "I'm sorry," and they gotta take you. They take you up the tube.
The fine print.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
You could be a piece of shit your whole life, and then at the very end, you're like, "You know what? I was kidding."
Remember that dude Keith we used to work with at Color Crotch?
Mm-hmm.
He used to say that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
He'd do the worst things in the world. And
Well, he would talk about when he was like, whatever, flipping burgers, and he would spit in them or
Ugh.
throw them on the floor and then give them to people, shit like that.
Ugh.
And I was like, yeah, why would you do that? He was like, you know, I just go to confessional. It's okay.
And it's all done.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was made for that.
I don't think it's. No, I don't think so. I think people bend. That's
It's gray areas.
it's working within the letter of the law, right?
Yeah.
It's like lawyer stuff. when you get to
Kinda.
that point.
Yeah, but I don't think that was designed that way.
I don't think so.
I think it was designed for things against the Ten Commandments and again,
Yeah.
impure thoughts of people's wives and farm
Right,
animals.
shit that's gonna happen.
Right.
You know, you see this fucking sexy ass yak going down the street.
You got to keep it in.
What are you gonna do? I mean, you can't stop your thought. Your thoughts happen in an instant,
Right.
right? You're like,
but then,
"Ooh, I could really get all about that,"
right. But then
and
you
then,
you don't. But then you get to the confessional and you
or you
unburden
do,
yourself.
or you do.
But I don't. But if you do, then I think it's another level. I don't know if you get forgiven for the doing.
You jack all over that yak.
You're screwed. No, I mean maybe if you jack all over it. I mean, maybe an uncomfortable situation for the yak, but
Yeah.
at least you didn't try to, or at least you didn't fuck it. Maybe you tried. But is it? Yeah, that's what I mean. Those are the gray areas. Is it just the thoughts of bad things, or is it doing the bad things? What do you absolve, though? Right?
I would think both, right?
I
mean,
thought
'cause
about
if you do impure thoughts, they give you whatever penance.
Right. But I mean, listen. I thought about stealing that car.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ashamed of that, and I'm here to tell you that I want to steal a car. Whereas I stole a car today, Your Honor, or Father.
Your Honor.
And I'm like, look at the lawyer there. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. I feel guilty.
Yeah.
And then you go, well, you committed the crime.
Right.
I'm not the guy to talk to. You might want to talk to the precinct, see what happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is,
I think you're supposed to get away with everything, right?
I guess. I mean, because, there's plenty like that. There was a priest that got stabbed in Australia on video.
Yeah, I saw that guy.
And he
Yeah.
says, I forgive him. But you forgive him, but he didn't have the thought of killing you. He tried to kill you. Like, I don't know where the forgiveness is.
I've seen that guy's videos before.
Is it good?
He's very,
Priestly?
he's yeah, but he's an outspoken guy. He's not like
Right.
we're all inclusive type of a dude.
The Club
He's
Med?
like, yeah, he's like whatever this weird X thing that people are trying to push as being normal is not normal
Right.
in the eyes of God.
I got you.
You know,
Yeah, it's where's
he's
the...
not trying to win votes. He's
Right.
trying to be like,
This is how it is.
this is how it is. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, should it never change with the times? The foundation... Well, the foundation can't change, right? The foundation of one spiritual leader and all that stuff.
I mean, if that's what you follow, then it should. Oh, hey, this guy's tired. It
You're-
should never change, right?
Well, I guess not, right?
If you're following the book, it's the book.
The
You
book's
can't
the
just
book.
rewrite the book.
Right, but the book
Then
was
it's
written...
not. Then it's a different book.
Right,
It doesn't matter when it was written.
But can't you-
If it's supposed to be written by God
right.
in one way or another, even if it's through somebody else, you can't change it.
Yeah, but
Those are his words.
we amend the Constitution all the time.
The Constitution wasn't written by God,
It was written by the founders.
who are not gods,
So,
just smart guys.
well,
Yeah.
But maybe the guy who wrote it originally wrote it wrong.
The original Constitution? They
No.
Right?
The Bible. Wherever you got the information from the Bible, right? It's been handed down and rewritten and written and rewritten.
A bunch of writers. They were like, hey,
yeah.
we don't really like this.
We found the book.
The third act is no good.
Yeah, we found the book. This paragraph's all covered in dust. Now, we got to fill it in, right? Like with the missing chunk to make this coherent.
Right.
So maybe they got it wrong. Though I don't see how thinking about banging your neighbor's wife and banging your neighbor's wife is the same. You know what I mean? I don't know what's...
Well, I think that's why one gets a Hail Mary and the other one is, I don't know.
Adultery?
The other one gets banged with a church candle or something.
Or whatever happens.
Something like that.
I don't know. I don't know how it all works.
You got to make a big donation to the church. I don't know.
Make it go away.
Yeah. How much?
Yeah. They are guineas.
How much to make this go away?
But I mean, but your kids didn't go through any of that? My kid did.
They did, but I wasn't. I went to their confirmations.
Okay.
I remember having my oldest son's baptism in the party after, and I was just talking about this the other day, I guess because I went to a baptism on Sunday. I don't remember my second kid's baptism.
Uh-oh. You weren't there, maybe? Or why would you go through all of it with one and not the other?
I don't know. No clue.
It's not like you have a good open dialogue to ask.
I no dialogue.
Yeah, I mean,
0.
Yeah.
I'll ask James. He'll remember. I'm sure he was there.
He's
their godfather. So.
He's the record keeper.
He's their godfather.
Like every tribe is a scribe.
Yeah.
He's the scribe.
He doesn't drink, so he still has a memory.
Oh, here it is. Right here. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
But you think about that. I thought about that with my kid. I was talking to her. I don't know if she got it. I think she did. When I went to her show a month ago, it was like a DIY at a rec hall.
Mm-hmm.
Totally different than our version of bands. You know, they're a lot older, but whatever. But they have the same components. You know what I mean? You have the people who perform.
Mm-hmm.
You have the photographer person. You have the sound person. Like all the parts we all had. You know what I mean? There were guys who didn't play an instrument, but were part of it. You know what I mean? They made videos.
Yeah.
They help with the sound. They help move equipment. You know what I mean? Like they have that too. And I try to tell her that every DIY scene has those components.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
like
takes
a village.
Takes a village. I was going to say it takes an army to build a village, but that doesn't make sense.
No. It takes a village. It takes an army to kill a village.
It takes a village to make villagers.
Right.
I don't know.
Whatever.
What's the rest of the saying?
Takes a village to raise a child.
Oh, okay.
Takes a village of idiots to... Whatever. It's a village to raise a child, right?
Takes a village to raise a child, takes a priest to fuck one.
Probably.
It's my new bumper sticker.
Great. I don't understand why everybody keeps giving me nuns keep giving me the finger. I don't know. But the point being is that everybody's communal tribe has those components.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you realize it or not. You know what I mean? Like,
well, everybody's going to play a part.
Right. And it happens organically.
Yeah.
The guy who couldn't play music goes, I'm not going to play the music. I'm just going to take pictures. You know what I mean? It's just like part of it. It's weird.
I'll do the lights.
Right.
Something like that.
It's just weird how it just happens organically. Like no one's assigned the role. Like it's what you do. Does it still happen besides in art communities? Does it happen in Google? There's the one guy who's the guy who, he's working there, but he's not a good engineer, but he's recording the memories of it. You know what I mean?
Yes. There's all kinds of people in a corporation, sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, for people that scrub toilets all the way up.
Sure, but are there people that are part of the inner circle that aren't really... You figure the top, not counting executives.
You mean not
like, let's say a core of engineers.
Right.
They're best and they're brightest. There's probably 3 or 4 that aren't best and brightest.
You still got financial people. You still got project manager folks.
Right, but that's the big picture. I'm saying the small picture.
The small picture.
Let's say there's 10 guys who run the top part of Google.
Okay.
who program. I'm talking about programmers. These are the guys that program that search engine, and they're supposed to be the best and the brightest.
Mm-hmm.
There's probably 3 of them that aren't that best, but they have those other traits. Maybe one of them's good at just cleaning up the other guy's mistakes. The crossing
There's
T's.
always that. Yeah.
That's what I mean. So there's that microcosm where you have the core people, the musicians, right? And then you have the people that do all the other stuff to make them look better.
Yeah.
Whether it's
the engineer, the mixer, the producer, all that.
But they're an engineer that's less of an engineer, but he knows how to skim this other guy's garbage. This dude can get the food. He's good at getting the food. He keeps everybody going. He handles some meaningless tasks, but he also knows that to stay in the circle, I get the food. Not he pays for it, but I run the errands, whatever.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's got to be in every facet of life.
He's the Guy Friday or whatever they call that.
Girl Friday? Guy Friday?
Yeah, what is it? What's the guy version?
I don't know.
There's a Gal Friday, right? But then there's a guy something.
No, to the Google.
Let's not get too sidetracked with this because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
Doesn't matter. Gal Friday. There you go. There's your meaning. Acts as a general assistant in offices.
Yeah, but isn't there a dude version?
I don't know. So look back.
The word of the day. Start each day with the word of the day in your inbox.
Axolotl
Axolotl.
means
what?
Chickens.
Any of several salamanders that inhabit lakes and ponds of Mexico and remain in the larvae stage as sexually mature adults.
I was close. I said chickens.
Okay. Yeah.
Fuck them.
Frogs. Fucking frogs.
So
turn into frogs gay.
So, I mean, just type in the DuckDuckGo guy version of Gal Friday. Guy Friday. Man Friday.
Not Man Friday.
Guy Friday. There you go.
I guess it's the Guy Friday.
General assistant.
Gallon guy.
Gallon guy.
Same. All right.
I don't know how we got there, but we got there. Anyway.
I know. It's my stupid brain.
We went from fucking children to that, so we're really... Well, not us. The priests were.
Yeah, we should definitely sample that. Mark that. 6:17 to go.
Dude.
Yeah. What else you got on your paper?
I got a lot, but we didn't do any of it. You want to buy a zoo?
Yes.
North Carolina for sale.
How much?
I don't know. I didn't get that far. But I looked at I thought it was interesting that...
Go ahead.
Can you buy a zoo with no zoological knowledge?
Yeah, you just have to hire somebody, right? I would think.
That's buying tickets to the North Carolina.
I don't want to... No, I want
Here you go. Right there.
2 zoos. 2 zoos.
2.
There are conditions. Two zoos.
2 zoos. The Aloha Zoo.
Jeez.
Selling his zoo, right? Downtown Raleigh.
186 acres.
1,000 animals.
1,000 animals. Money. It started with a monkey. I don't care. I just want to know how much it is.
So did that Peter Gabriel song.
2 years later.
$5 million. Includes the zookeeper, owner, and staff residences, its operating business, gift shop, inventory, and diverse array of animals.
Okay. And a horse named Fletch.
Really?
That's what it said.
That's an interesting name for a horse.
$5 million, huh?
None of those animals look happy. That doesn't seem like a lot of money.
It doesn't.
Well, I mean, your operating costs probably are a lot, but...
So, they said $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
They said ticket prices were $10 or $15 each. Figure after expenses, you probably only make 10 of that. So you got to sell 500,000 tickets. So if you sell 1,300 tickets in a day, you break even in a year.
I don't think that happens.
Okay. So cut it in...
To clean up the place and raise prices.
It's North Carolina. I don't know how much you can...
$12.50.
Raise it. It's already 15.
Oh, it's 15.
Yeah, I said you get 10 out of the 15.
Oh, okay.
After expenses.
Maybe you do a thing once a night where you do a night zoo where only one cage is open. And you walk the zoo, and you don't know which cage they left open.
Oh, it's open.
Could be lemurs.
Oh.
Could be tigers.
It's a real life Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your sneakers on. You don't want to wear your shoes at this event.
Yeah.
It's fucking, and just see the cage open when you get to,
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But it doesn't. It sounds like as long as you got good credit, you can get a, like you would think.
Yeah. $5 million for a zoo.
That's not a lot.
Let's get one.
If we hit the lottery, it's the first thing we're buying. We're buying that zoo. I'd still try to get it for $4.
Sure.
I don't think you can't pay retail.
No.
Would you change the name? Would you keep it Oha? The Aloha Zoo sounds kind of odd.
I don't like it.
North Carolina.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, that's it's Hawaiian. You want something else?
Right.
Moonshine Zoo. Inbred Zoo.
What? I don't even know anything about North Carolina. Like, what's their... Are they the Tar Heels?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
All right.
Here we go. 2 minutes.
We got this. Don't worry about it. Everybody wants to know.
What's a Nick Tar Heel? Definition or why?
The heel time. Come on now.
Just put in
What do you call it?
history. Gistery.
History doc.
This motherfucker cannot type.
I'm not looking at what I'm talking.
Women's heels. What? There you go.
Nickname.
It's for the people.
Prominence in the mid 18th century as a producer of turpentine, tar, pitch, and other materials
Materials.
from the state's plentiful pine
So
trees.
pine tar comes from.
Pine tar.
Oh,
Okay.
we'll get that. So that's why they're tar heels.
Tar heel was often applied to poor white laborers. Why they capitalize poor and white?
Maybe that's a band.
The poor whites. Who worked to produce tar, pitch, and turpentine.
The nickname was embraced by Confederate North Carolina soldiers during the Civil War and grew up in popularity as a nickname for the state and citizens following the war. So it's not really derogatory. It's just what you made, tar.
It is.
So
It's what you did. It's who you are.
and just like we are who we are.
And I'm fucking shutting shit down because another one has come to the end. All right, folks. Peace. Fuck off.
Wow,
That's right. I said it.
he's very offensive.
Offensive or defensive?
I thought I shook all the devil out of the Jack Daniels, but I guess I didn't.
No, you can't. It's in there.
It's in there.
T.O.T.
See you.